Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Rolton W405. This is an 18650 powered FM stereo portable radio with MP3 player. Yeah, this thing's awesome. I spotted this on Amazon for $12.99 and I got it in the gold color. Let's check it out. There's a picture of it. Rolton, discoverer of leisure life. Let's see, portable multimedia speaker. All right, so let's go on the back here. Different colors, red, gold, blue, other. Technical parameter, there you go. Got a 3-watt output. There's our charging input. Battery, I give you 1500 replaceable. That's a keyword right there. So you get a replaceable 18650. Awesome. Looking good. Liking this little radio so far. I can play MP3 and waves. Nice. So there you are. Weighs 175 grams. And operating temperatures. There's some dimension in millimeters if you guys need it. I will give it in inches in a moment. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. This just slides out here. Go flip up box. Let's take everything out. Read with the radio in a nice little bag. I always like to see that, as you guys know. There's a little extra flap here where they hide a USB cord, looks like, and a lanyard. And we have directions, which I'm going to pull out there. Alright, so empty that box. It's done. So let's look at what they give us. We get a micro USB charging cable. You guys have seen these? Yeah. If you haven't, you do get one. Next we get a little carry strap, real simple. You can put this on the radio if you'd like. I like having those. The instructions. Okay, so let's go over this. There's a lot to these instructions. I'm going to try to cover this radio. Just so you know, this is going to be a very intensive review of this radio because there's a lot of functions to this. So I'm just going to kind of slowly go across here, panning it so you can pause it if I miss anything, which I may because there's just so many functions of these buttons. They have dual purposes and some are triple and quadruple even. So yeah, but there you go. We can pause that. And we're going to flip this over here. Go to the back side. We got other functions. It can be a PC speaker, by the way. That's pretty neat. There is a sleep function, which you can see there. How to operate that, because I'm not going to really go over that, but it does have a sleep function. And then a battery indicator showing you that's pretty simple. Okay, full charge time. The battery included. And then here is your technical list here, showing you all the different stuff you need to know. In case I missed something. There we are. Okay, so let's get to the radio. The thing is neat. I love this little guy, by the way. For $12.99, this thing is a big hit, let me tell you. There's different colors. There's the gold, blue. I think blue is $1 more. The gold is $1 less, so just went with the gold. It's kind of nice. So let's go ahead and zoom it down a little bit here. And we'll do some dimensions. In inches, we have 4 3/4 inches across. We're 2 3/4 inches high. And we have a depth of 1 1/4 inches. For size comparison, I always have CC Pocket handy to give you a general idea of size and thickness. There you go. It's pretty close to the size of the pocket. Not bad. What else do I got here? I always keep CC Skywave on hand. We won't need it because this is FM radio, but I will show you how to operate it. We'll do some audio checks and I'll talk about it. There'll be a lot of talking with this one. There'll be some tuning around on the band. I just can't hover on music. There's the Skywave. To give you an idea, it is definitely not as tall as the Skywave. All right. And last but not least, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves a Rolton in his hand. That sounded bad, but you get it. He's Iron Man. He loves Rolton. I go Rolton. I'll mispronounce it, but hey, it is what it is. Alrighty. So let's go over features of this little device. The W405. So right away on the left-hand side here, it's a smooth silicone rubber. It's not the sticky stuff that you guys worry about like on the old Eaton radios. This is just like a silicone coating they use on the newer model radios, which is nice. And it's over hard plastic, as you can see here where the lanyard goes. That's hard plastic, and the coating's on the outside edges of that. Okay, on the front here, we have a speaker, which is 1.5 inches. And over here, we have a passive radiator for a little extra bass. Don't notice a ton of bass with this radio. It does really good on mids and highs. Little tiny bit of low, but not a ton. This is really good for old-time radio, by the way, if you're a fan like I am. Rolton. I think it's Rolton. An LED display, classic, but not bad for a radio that's powered by an 18650. It can definitely handle these LED displays, and it works quite well. Here we have the direct numeric entry keypad. This does quite a bit. So we're going to set this down. So with the keypad, you can enter the frequency of the FM station, which you're going to do quite often because you can't manually enter presets. You can only scan and let the auto scan save them. But you can enter your frequency, and I'll show you how that's done. It's really neat. You can also access presets that the radio found on the auto scan. And you can also enter in the file number on your MP3 card. So if you know song 100 is your favorite, you type in 100 and it'll go right to that file, which is great. And you get to, it's fun. I enjoy that. It's real simple and easy to use. And these buttons are really high quality. They have a nice click feedback to them. I do like that. And they're nice and legible. Some more buttons here. We have this little green button here with a down arrow and a looping arrow. Well, the looping arrow you guys probably could figure out. It's a repeat function. When you're on your MP3 player and you press this and hold, it'll take you to a single mode, single file over and over, or repeat all. So it just says to, not repeat folder. I wish they had a repeat folder. That would be really nice because you could structure your albums and stuff like that. But this is a simple MP3 player. The down arrow is when you have it hooked up to a PC. Now I'm just going to go really quick to the side. Here's your input for USB micro. And when you have it hooked up, you press and hold this, you can upload and download files directly to the micro SD card, which you plug in at the bottom. So there you go. That's where your micro SD card goes. Now I'm going to use a 16 gig in there, but I think it goes up to 32. It doesn't say in the manual, but I'm guessing 32. And you press this while it's connected, and it'll let you transfer files. This little magnifying glass, that's your auto scan. So when the radio's on, you press and hold this. I'm not going to show that in the video, but it'll automatically search the entire band and save to the radio automatically. Now memory, I think it has about 99 presets because when I did it, it found 61. And it lets me navigate those 61 stations. Now it might scan off frequency and pick up the station just before the same station you're trying to get. That's normal. Just there's little buttons on top here I'm going to show you that you just go to the next preset by tapping the button. But just so you know, the auto scan works, but it's not the best, but it works. Okay, right hand side, we have the volume on off wheel. We have two LEDs. Yes, we have light. There's a button on top to turn them on. You short press this button here. I'll just show you. Actually, you got to have the radio on. So I'll turn the radio on. Short press turns the white light on. Short press turns it off. Now the other one is a UV LED. And this one here, you long press to actuate. And you can see, I'm going to probably turn the lights off while we're doing an audio demo. But it lights up and it really fluoresces those items there. So you have an inspection light on this radio and then short press to turn that off. It's pretty neat. I'm going to skip the headphone jack for a second. When you plug in your USB cable to charge it, this will light up red saying it's being charged. Now it doesn't go off or turn green when it's done, it just stays red. The reason being is this radio has a 18650 protected cell, so once it hits the voltage, it stops off the current and you don't have to worry about charging anymore. Even though this will still be red, you can leave it plugged in, it's not going to hurt the radio. It's a good thing to know. Headphone Experience. Okay, so headphone jack. This is pretty important. It hits at low volumes when you're playing off an MP3 card. That's something I noticed. It wasn't terrible, but I did notice when you're trying to turn it down to a low setting that you pick up a little bit of hiss. But again, it's $12.99. It wasn't bad at all. The stereo sounds fantastic. A lot of mids, a lot of highs, just a little bit of lows, similar to what the speaker output. You have a similar experience on the headphones. That's the same with the FM radio. But with FM radio, you get the FM stereo, because it's an FM stereo when you have headphones attached, and it sounds good, and I didn't notice any hiss, like I did with the MP3 player. So that's unique. Interesting. So the MP3 player might be adding some noise to the circuit. All right, so definitely having fun here. On the back, we have our antenna, and we got to talk about those buttons on top too. There's a lot to this radio, like I said. You know, pull up a chair, sit for a while. We're going to be at it. 10-inch antenna. This little radio surprises. When we get to the FM reception report, you're going to love it. This little 10-inch antenna does amazing with this little radio. It's just amazing. But yeah, 10-inch antenna. It doesn't swivel. It just kind of goes up and down. On the top here, we have our buttons. We have a mode select button. That one does a lot of things. So you press this to go to MP3 player radio like you'd expect. If you short press this when you're hooked up to the computer, it'll go into PC speaker mode. Instead of download mode, you go into PC speaker mode. That's kind of a cool setup. So short press the mode button to get your PC speaker if you're using it for that. Some people might. I don't know. I sometimes do because I don't have regular speakers hooked up to my PC. I just use headphones. Over here we have back, pause, play, and forward. As you can guess, track back, rewind, which is nice and it works well. Pause, play, pause, radio too. You can mute radio with that. And over here we have track forward and, of course, fast forward. Now these buttons also work to navigate your presets on your radio. The only thing about this is that you're using these, sometimes you bump the mode, and if you have an SD card in, it goes to your MP3 player when you're trying to be on the radio. So you really got to remember which button you're touching there when you're navigating those buttons. I'm trying to think. I think there's extra features there. Yes, if you press and hold this while the radio mode's on and let go, it'll browse to the next found station and then save it and stop at that station. Pretty neat. This one down here, this auto scan and store, does not. Does the whole band. But if you just want to browse the next station and have it save and stop, that's how you do that. Or down or up on the band. Pretty neat. Just long press those. So yeah, a lot to this radio. I hunted it out. Oh yeah, and the M button again. If you press and hold this while the radio is on, or the MP3 player, it locks out as a lock mode. So just press and hold that, and that's how you lock the radio down. Guys, having fun yet? I know I haven't turned it on, but we're going to have fun. So let's see, what else? Did I cover all those buttons? Yeah, and you saw the light mode in action. You just short press to turn it on. Of course, the radio has to be on. And then short press to turn it off. Long press to activate the UV secondary. Pretty awesome. And I'll try to show it while the music's playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert this here while I'm thinking about it. I got a 16 gig Samsung. 16 gig cards are cheap right now. And yeah, you can pick them up cheap. I love it. Oh, and here at the back, we have the input voltage, Rolton. I want to say ton. I don't know why I want to say ton. Maybe it is ton. So here's the battery. Awesome, rechargeable and removable 18650. I love it. You can just take and pull that out. I don't want to do that because I'll lose my memory, but yeah, 1500. I tested this, took this out, put it into a charger, discharged it, charged it, got a capacity rating of near 1500. So I think that's legit. It also has a protection circuit. You can feel the bar going across there. So it's a protected cell, which is nice. And of course, you could always add your own batteries like these. I'll pick these up, these Synergies. These are 2600 cells. You could put one of those in there, no problem. And then you're going to boost that capacity. These I found on eBay, and I like the brand. And it was 2-pack, I think for like $8, like $4 a piece. You can get them down to like $3 a piece if you buy 4 of them. So I'll put some links to these batteries. These are great batteries. Use them in your flashlights, use them in your radios. A lot of people have like Texan, like the 880, and I think like the XH Datas, they only put like 2,000 cells, so I'm a little bit of a boost. You can get one of these. All right, just a little plug for those. So there it is. We'll just use this factory battery here. Let's get this back on with the camera rolling. There we go. Okay, so FM reception report, then we'll turn it on. Just fast forward. So FM reception report, you got to hear this. This is really important. It's amazing for a $12.99 radio. Remember, this was $12.99. Didn't expect a whole lot. Didn't even expect FM to work, and holy cow, blew me away. It's so sensitive. A little 10-inch antenna. I set upstairs where I do all my FM testing on each radio, same time of day. There was no tropospheric ducting. There was no e-skipping going on. So this little antenna pulled in 81 stations. Yes. So on a factor of 5, I started fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Okay and good being the most analog average radio, like your normal old school, like let's see what I got handy, like this radio here. This would get like a 48 stations found. This found 81 stations. It might be better than my CC Pocket on FM. I'm not kidding. It's just absolutely amazing. So it got a very good 4-star rating on FM. Buy it for FM radio. Just buy it. $12.99. Replaceable 18650. You don't even have to watch the rest of this video. Just buy it. You'll like it. Unless you want a lot of bass, then you got to find something else. And if you need Bluetooth. I know it doesn't have Bluetooth, but I don't need it, so I like this. It's a cool device. FM selectivity was good, 3-star rating. There was a little bleed over on some strong stations, but to be expected. So let's turn it on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go right to some sound check. We got Radio Todderbert playing on the memory card. We'll do that for a few minutes, and then we'll cruise the FM. I'll show you how the FM works, and then we'll do some final thoughts. Let's turn this up. Gives you an idea for music. I like keeping old time radio on here, so let's find some of that.
The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
I've seen it 50 times.
Well, here, let me help. I think my nail polish is dry by now. Here, let
Darn
me help you,
silly
dear.
anyhow. Here, try it. Getting all dressed up, driving way out to this fancy French restaurant.
Keep your chin up. We're doing it for Aunt Effie now. She's treating us, and she wants us to do it in...
The Damon Runyon Theater. One other one, that mitten have an hour at 7 a.m. and mention it to him. And he answers as follows.
I might ask you the same question, Broadway. What are you doing out at 7 a.m.?
I am just going home.
So,
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve.
You really scored. Isn't everybody who gets invited to play golf with the boss? Yeah, where are my clubs? Must be here.
So there you go. Pretty cool setup. I love it. Really neat for old time radio shows. And you can see the fast forward works really good. You can get right to where you want to be fairly quickly. I like that. And of course the rewind works really well too. Let's make sure I'm on the right button there. Rewind goes pretty quickly also. There you are. I love it. This thing is just great. At $12.99, I'm just loving this thing all day long. Just love everything about it so far. So let's go ahead and hit the FM. This is where it shines. So FM shows your frequency, 90.1 FM. There's of course our battery status indicator. It's trying to show it to you. It's all pretty self-explanatory, very simple. You saw the mode, you saw the lockout. press and hold the mode button. You see a little lock icon. Let's go and turn this up. I'm going to raise the little antenna.
So here we have sandwiched in the middle. On the one hand, there are the Pharisees who are rejecting Jesus, verses 1 to 3.
So I have some already. Did the auto scan?
Through division between...
So you could also put in the presets. So say we want to go to 07. Just put it in there. Take us right to 7.
Area of Nazareth. By the end of the story, verse 44, we're reminded that they would not accept Jesus for a prophet.
So let's see if it picks up my news station. This is kind of a hard station to pick up. So let's raise this antenna.
Since he was a
We'll
little
type
kid,
in 105.9.
he was just a carpenter's boy. They
Chicago.
couldn't take him seriously.
Regions of Illinois with rising COVID-19 infection rates, but they could face more state-imposed restrictions unless the numbers turn around.
Pritzker says with the exception of Canada...
Just so you know, downstairs here, FM, this station's almost impossible to get with most radios, but look at this little antenna. I'm not hooked up to anything, and it's rocking. I don't know if it'll make a difference if I hooked up my little wire. I could try that later, but yeah, this is neat.
7-day increase in hospital admissions. That triggers...
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try that just real quick so you guys know if a little wire will help. Sometimes with DSP radios it does. Okay, what that did, it pulled in a strong station next to it. Now, yeah, there's no manual tuning unfortunately, but you can manually enter in your frequency, do the auto scan, or you can do the let's see if I can see that there. You can do the press and hold. It'll find the next station and save it. You can barely hear it.
Część wyrobisk jest ukryta, że wszystkiego było tu znacznie więcej. Jan Weiss twierdził, że na pewno tego było więcej, że osobiście widział.
So you can see it starts at 76, so it has expanded band for those who are not in America. That might be very helpful for you. You have the expanded band all the way down, and it looks like it does in one. It's in 1 megahertz, 100 kilohertz stepping, so that's nice. Okay, can't hover on it, but you can jam it a little bit. Sometimes it'll pick up adjacent. So I'm sitting here with this little antenna, not hooked up to anything. So it's doing really fantastic.
Go for that. Okay. So speaking of COVID, what were the COVID precautions?
For many people, it's very understood, especially right now when they want to coordinate activity.
I still greatly appreciate and value, but I was looking for...
Yeah, 90.5, wow. It's just amazing with this radio. Now, the 90.5 is actually very difficult to get downstairs again with my EP Pro even. Loving this little guy.
I'm Colton Dixon, and Positive Encouraging K-Love. Hi, my name's Alex.
K-Love, yeah.
And how do you know when you've...
car, and it wasn't really the Lord's will, and it becomes a sponge. And it becomes...
So there you go. Okay, you get the idea for FM. I think I covered it all there, yeah. So let's go ahead and just do final thoughts. Go ahead and retract this antenna here. Yeah, loving this. Okay, so for $12.99, you get one amazing FM radio. The sound on here is pretty decent, as you heard. Hopefully that came through the microphone well, and you compare it to my other videos. Really strong mids, a little bit of bass from this radiator I noticed, but it mainly for mids and highs. Perfect for old-time radio shows if you guys are listening to those, or classical music, or light contemporary, adult contemporary music. If you're into heavy metal or hard rock, you're going to have to get something a little different. But for those like the others, you'll love this radio. The construction is actually really well made. Everything fits together nicely. I didn't have any issues. Having an extra light source, not bad when you have an 18650 battery. I could put a 3600 cell in there, a Panasonic, and but it has to be button top though. Put that in there, and then this thing will be rocking for quite a long time. And I got my white light source, which is pretty decent. UV if I need it. I don't know if I'll ever use the UV on there, but that's handy. Now the FM stereo on this headphones it's fantastic. I do like a radio that's bright sounding, and those sound good. So again, its selling points, number one is FM radio. It's just absolutely amazing for this little guy. I'm loving every bit of that. Two, the MP3 player is halfway decent. I do like it. I like the controls, and there's a lot of options for you, as you heard and saw. So, and you got PC speaker, and you can upload and download directly to the device. You don't have to take the SD card out. That's also a nice thing. I like radios that do that. You don't have to mess or fuss around. So yeah, $12.99. If you want the other colors, there's a blue, and I'll have links down below. I think I'll have the link to this one. $12.99 for the gold. I think it's $13.99 for the blue, and I think $13.99 for the red one. I think they have a red, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I know you guys will like it. So just get yourself one, have some fun. Definitely enjoyable radio. I'm loving it. Gets my approval. Hope you enjoyed the video of the Rolton W405 FM stereo portable radio with MP3 player, UV secondary, white LED primary light. Removable. I love that removable 18650. That's just amazing. Hope you enjoyed that video. Or this video, that video. Yeah, we're just going to leave that in. It's fun. Two, if you love off-brand radios that just rock the house, hit subscribe at the bell icon. Get notified of future reviews and band scans and interesting things, because this just blew me away for the money. It feels substantial. It just feels like a quality radio, and I'm loving it. Every bit of it. And comment below what you think about the W405. Do you think it's a winner? Would you give it a try for $12.99? Let me know. Be interesting to hear what you guys have to say. All right, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.